And you see, I think that I believe you are keen observers of the corporate world.
I beg your pardon?
You are a keen observer of the corporate world. And we are all intrigued by one part of the company, of course, Apple, right? The most valuable company on earth, over 600 billion worth in market capitalization. Tell me, we all admire the late Steve Jobs and even the current CEO, Tim Cook. And of course, it is not just one person leading the company. It is, I believe, that is individual intelligence and brilliance as well as group intelligence. So perhaps you can share with us some of your observations of companies like Apple or even some top companies who are moving in using intelligence to capture market and to create compelling products for the world.
If you look at Apple, go back in history a little bit and look at an extraordinary developer of Apple was John Scully. And John Scully, everybody wondered, how did he do it? How did he suddenly see this thing grow and transform? And how did he do it? He was walking around in Silicon Valley. He had he was president of big companies, and they were asking him to take over Apple. And he looked at the screens, and on the screens throughout the computer universe were screens with words and lists and numbers and lots of data and information. And I spoke to him about that, and he said, I was looking at them, and he said, I realized I couldn't understand a thing. And I was going to take over a computer company. And he said, I looked at them and I thought, they do not communicate. The company must communicate. And he looked into his own history. And what did he learn? He learned, he was an art student. He learned about image. And he learned about color. And he realized that that was the language. So he converted the embryonic computer industries, particularly Apple, into image and color and association and communication and facility, a far more brain-friendly company. And Apple has continued to do that. It's used images. It's using the human brain's language. And it is also nurturing good thinkers. Jobs, brilliant thinker, because he would daydream, he would imagine, and he would want quality, he would want beauty, he would want excellence, he would want speed, he would want creativity, and he would shed it. Look at this, look. Spread the seeds around. Everybody say, yeah, we'll grow those. So they were developing intelligence. And that is why they are the most powerful company on the planet. Why? Because they focused on the development of multiple intelligences. And any company who wants to do really well at any city, at any nation, has to nurture intelligence and intercommunication. Back to the image of, is the bigger brain going to be more intelligent or less? Some companies have 40, 60,000 brains that exchange misinformation. And what happens? They go bankrupt.
Sure.
And they've gone bankrupt.
Right.
And those that are nurturing the individual intelligences and allowing good leaders of a particular thought that they have to generate it and share it, what do? They create more wealth. And what about Keynesian economics? Supply and demand. It all works on supply and demand. And now the brain is changing that. It's more Busanian economics, because supply and demand. What supply? What is the limited supply of ideas and creativity and genius? It's infinite.
That's right.
Infinite. And therefore the demand can be demand for everything. Paradise again. So the economic model is changing. The brain capital is infinite. Supply and demand is now tectonically shifting.